Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Omega Ruby. I'm your host, Pokey Gamer. Last episode we kind of got started on the whole Delta episode thing. We're going to continue doing that today. Pretty much the majority of the, okay, not just the majority, the entirety of this entire episode. So, be sure to kind of stick around for that. So yeah, we're going to be doing that today. A good chunk of it. I think there's not much left after everything that we've done here. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 more things before we get to the super important part. So, yeah. Anyways, something I guess kind of relevant for people. For those of us in the United States / North America, whatever you want to call us, who have yet to be able to even obtain the Eon ticket, a new method is coming up. From February 27th to March 2nd, you'll be able to get a serial code on the official site to get the Eon ticket in your game. This allows you to get Latias in Pokemon Omega Ruby or Latios in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. And once the code becomes, or the method becomes, available, they're going to post it up on Cerebi. So something fun for everyone in case you couldn't get it. I mean, I guess they realized, not many people get out of their houses, I guess, or something, and they're like, nope. But there's also a lot of stuff over on Cerebi in regards to the Pokemon Shuffle game. I mentioned this a few days ago. It's actually kind of fun. I play it here and there. Yeah, there's quite a few things that they've kind of done over on Cerebi about it. They've updated a lot of the coverage and stuff for it, so there's like a list of all the Pokemon, the abilities, and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you're interested in the game, you can go check out the information that they've provided. But, as you can see, we're being interrupted, and by none other than Zinnia again, and she just feels like she has this need to just, waltz into any place that she wants and not care. I mean, whatever. Oh, I'll just walk into your neighbor's house, beat him up and whatever, and then we'll, like, I don't know. It's just weird. It just feels like she needs to be wherever she wants to be, so I don't know. But she's here to kind of stir up more trouble, kind of try and talk them out of their little plan. She keeps going on and on, as you'll see, that they're kind of making a mistake by doing this, that it's going to be kind of just as bad as the invention that was used like 3,000 years ago, that, basically sacrificed a lot of things just to kind of accomplish one thing, which, obviously was a complete fuck up on that person's part, but you know what I mean. So she's kind of asking if we have any better idea, honestly, your answer here should obviously be the latter, but I don't really understand why they even propose a choice here. I don't even know what the other option is. I always button mashed through this. Obviously I was able to like read some of it, but yeah, as you can kind of show, or as you can see, she's kind of like showing disappointment in them for, using things the way that they are. I mean, the thing that was used 3,000 years ago, worked off of, Pokemon Lives and stuff like that, and what they're kind of doing now is kind of the same thing, so it's kind of, why she's talking about how they're making the same mistake again. I don't know if you can hear anything. It's not something I can control. My mother's in the other room and she's kind of deaf, so yeah, I mean, that's just fantastic, isn't it? But, yeah, so we're going to be kind of having to go over to Meteor Falls to check out, things, try and get another meteor, so that way we can kind of help with the whole thing that, we originally started helping with. Of course, her saying those things to everyone kind of throws a little bit of a monkey wrench into, the mix there, saying, are we really doing the right thing here by, going with this method, or this method, rather than trying to, go with another one. And to be fair, on her part, yeah, she's kind of right, considering they just instantly jump to the conclusion that this is the best method, even though they have no way of really proving that. Like, oh, we just have this thing that can stop it. How do you know? Have you used it before? And if so, like, I don't know. But, Meteor Falls, this is going to also take us into a new area where we've never been before, and you need Waterfall for this, as well as Surf. We're going to be using Waterfall on the waterfall in the background over here, on that one there, which takes you into an area that you obviously can't get into until after you beat, the last gym. You can get a good TM here as well, But for the whole Delta episode thing, you have to come here. So, I mean, there's that. But, I find it kind of weird. It's never felt like you actually had to do anything in regards to the whole Delta episode thing. It's not something that I've ever felt like it was necessary to do. But it's still cool. It's kind of like the thing that, they did in X and Y, which we'll eventually get to on this channel. But, obviously not like anytime like soon. It's literally going to be a little ways off, probably a long time from now. I mentioned this I think in the last episode. It'll probably be done alongside another Let's Play. Part of the reason why I've been kind of pushing myself away from doing like a duo Let's Play on here is because I record for another channel as well, and I'm sure that anyone knows me well enough knows that I play a lot of Elsword. So, like, it's just very time consuming, and I don't know. If I could sleep less and still have the same amount of energy that you'd have after sleeping for like 8 to 10 hours, I would probably only sleep for a couple hours and do what I, want to do. But it's just not, no one's that fortunate. At least I don't think there is. If there is, then, well, great for you, I guess. It'd be fantastic to just only get like 2 or 3 hours worth of sleep and actually be fully, rejuvenated, so to speak. But anyways, as you can see, there are trainers in here that we get to battle, and obviously it means a little bit more free experience. They're not exactly weak like the other ones. They're just under Elite 4 level. Speaking of being tired, sorry about that. I kind of literally woke up and kind of just jumped immediately on this. I was up until about 4 o'clock this morning, and I kind of slept until I think about 2, and I'm still not fully awake. So yeah, again, like I said, if I could get like full, benefit from sleep in only like 2 or 3 hours, I would rather have that, but that's obviously just not possible, so oh well. I feel like mentioning this as well. I know that I mentioned Majora's Mask on this channel before, and I think I mentioned this already. It is something I do want to Let's Play on this channel as well. I will be doing another game instead of Majora's Mask at some point, but I will definitely be doing Majora's Mask on this channel, so do not fret about that. There are at least, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can think of at least 4 different 3DS games that I'd like to do on this channel. I mean, if I manage to get a capture card for my Wii, I wouldn't mind doing some Wii content. I mean, I do happen to have, I need to see what the names are over here. Well, I don't think that Nintendo Land can really be Let's Played. I do have Super Mario 3D World, though. So, I mean, that's something I could easily do on this channel if I really wanted to. Assuming that, again, I had the capture card for the Wii, or, the Wii U. So, I don't know. But as I was kind of mentioning on the Majora's Mask thing, I'm losing my voice now, which is fantastic. As I was mentioning with the Majora's Mask thing, I've been watching speedruns of it, of course. God, I hate my voice. Like, this is retarded. I've been watching speedruns of Majora's Mask over the past couple days, and obviously everyone that knows me well enough, again, like, there's a few things that people on this channel should know about me if they know me well enough. One of them is definitely that I like playing Elsword. The second, if I'm watching a Majora's Mask speedrun, you bet your ass I'm probably going to be watching Enop112, I believe his numbers are. I don't remember the numbers on his name. All I know is his name is Enop. Probably my favorite Majora's Mask speedrunner, and he's probably the best Majora's Mask speedrunner. The thing is, like, that game, the 64 version obviously has a lot of glitches in it. The fun part is, apparently so does the 3D version. I've even tried some of the glitches. I'm not obviously good at doing it with the handheld one. I've actually managed to do it through the emulator on the 64 version, but it's kind of cool to see that there are ways to still speed run this game. I watched someone run it through yesterday. They even PB'd their time in game. I think it was like 2 hours and maybe like 20 something minutes, something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. It was just kind of, you know, fun to watch. So I don't know if you guys haven't ever actually kind of like looked into the speedrun community, you probably should. It's actually pretty fun. There are things that you just learn about each of the game, like each and every game, and I mean, it's just great. I absolutely love it. But as you can kind of see, you know, on screen, we kind of met up with one of the Draco, I think it's Draconid or Draconid people. The fun part, and I don't remember if this is mentioned now or until later, but she's actually the grandmother of Zinnia as well. So she knows Zinnia pretty well, and she kind of talks about the primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre, as well as you know, like past things like, you know, prior, you know, meteorites falling from the sky and stuff like that, and how Rayquaza's protected the world from all of these disasters, and even when so far as to kind of mega evolve to kind of or a sort of mega evolution to protect the people from the primals, because obviously I guess it didn't have enough power as a regular Rayquaza to, you know, I don't know, it's just a thing. So I don't know, it's pretty interesting, however, that, you know, Rayquaza, I don't understand, okay? There's so many differences. Like a lot of people like to like add up this timeline as to, you know, which generations came first, type of thing. From what I remember, I think a lot of people mentioned that Hoenn was actually the first generation. But the thing is, Arceus is also viewed as the god of everything. Literally, it created everything. Apparently, it got, I guess, bored or something and decided to create humanity and Pokemon alike, and that's why it can deeply influence things like the planet, and just be like, okay, well, you're going to use this earth plate or something to fertilize the, you know, the land and make it, you know, capable to grow and stuff like that, you know. So I don't understand. Like, Arceus was basically the one to create the rulers of time, space, and, you know, all that other crap. And yet now we have Rayquaza apparently being the beginning of all things, and it's like, really? I don't know. Anyways, with talking to her, this place is pretty much done. I don't think that there are any other trainers that, you know, I can think of. So something that you might want to do, as I mentioned earlier on, there's a TM here that you want to get, and to do so, you need to go, obviously, where we've been going. You need to surf over to this area here where there's a little bit of an entrance. You have to surf again, just to get across this little bit of water, and across it you will find the TM for Dragon Claw, and a lot of people competitively actually use Dragon Claw. There are some people that still use things like Outrage, but with the fairy typing and the immunity to Dragon, Outrage seems like a really bad choice. And by the way, believe it or not, I actually wasn't aware of like Clefairy actually being found here via the you know, with the radar or whatever it's called. I can't remember, or the Dex Nav. I keep thinking it's the radar because, you know, it has that little bit of a radar thing to it. But I don't remember ever encountering one here, so I mean, whatever. Anyways, pretty much done in here. So instead of just like taking our time to walk all the way out, we're just gonna go ahead and, you know, skip that and go ahead and use an escape rope, because why not? We have 4, so shouldn't really hurt to do that. And then in preparation for the next episode, what we're going to be doing, as you kind of saw from Steven, he mentioned he was going back to Rustboro City. So we're going to be kind of, again, obviously just following through and meeting him back at Rustboro. After Rustboro, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 or 5 different things that we need to do. That's about it. Still going to take about another episode or 2, so I mean, something to kind of strap yourself in for and kind of, you know, sit back and enjoy, I guess. Because, you know, Delta episode, this is a lot longer than what you'll see in X and Y, but, I mean, it's also not a bad story either. But, anyways, Since we're pretty much out of time, in the next episode we're going to continue through the Delta episode and inch ever closer to finishing it, of course. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. And until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.